Hello students, so I'm back. Let's complete the other half of the lesson, A Day's Wait, written by Ernest Hemingway. Okay, so in the last video, in the previous video, we were in the page number 114, last line, right? Yes. So we finished till here. So Scats, he was a boy of 9 years old. He was not well. He was having some fever, influenza. So now he was taking rest. He was taking medicines. So his father, after giving him prescribed capsules, he went out for a walk. Okay, what happens later? It was a bright cold day. The ground covered with the sleet that had frozen, so that it seemed as if all the bare trees, the bushes, the cut brush, and all the grass and the bare ground had been varnished with ice. I took the young Irish setter for a little walk up the road and along a frozen creek, but it was difficult to stand or walk on the glassy surface, and the red dog slipped and slithered, and I fell twice hard, once dropping my gun and having it slide away over the ice. So what happens? His father thought that if he goes out, then the child will fall asleep. So when he went out, he saw that it was a bright cold day, and all the trees, all the bare trees, bushes, okay, everything, grass was covered with ice. It was varnished with ice. Varnished means covered. Okay, so covered by a clear shiny liquid. Covered by a clear shiny liquid. So everything was covered with ice, and he took his dog, that is Irish setter. Okay, it is kind of it is one breed, kind of a red dog. So for a walk along a frozen creek. What is meant by creek? Creek means a small narrow stream or river. Okay, a small river, creek. So he took that red dog for a walk along a frozen creek, and this red dog, you know, it always used to slip. He kept slipping and slithered. Okay, so many times he was not able to walk, and once this man, Scat's father, he dropped his gun also, and they had to slide over the ice. Okay, so slithered. This red dog slipped and slithered. What is meant by slithered? Slithered means to move about smoothly and from side to side. Okay, to move about smoothly and from side to side, moving smoothly. Okay, so then what happens? We flushed a covey of quail under a high clay bank with overhanging brush, and I killed two as they went out of sight over the top of the bank. Some of the covey lit in the trees, but most of them scattered into brush piles, and it was necessary to jump on the ice-coated mounds of brush several times before they would flush. Coming out while you were poised unsteadily on the icy, springy brush, they made difficult shooting, and I killed two. Missed five and started back, pleased to have found a covey close to the house, and happy there were so many left to find on another day. Okay, so when the narrator, Scat's father, went out, everything was covered with ice, and he had taken his dog along with him, and also he had taken that gun because he was fond of shooting. He loved shooting and hunting birds and small animals. So you know, they flushed a covey of quail. Okay, flushed. Flushed means what? Flush means make birds leave the place where they are hiding. Make birds leave the place where they are hiding. So they flushed a covey of quail. Okay, so what is quail? Quail means it is a kind of bird. Okay, you just search and take a view of that bird, quail. Okay, quail. So quail is a kind of bird which is usually found there in ice regions. Okay, so covey of quail means collection of quails. Collection of these birds is covey. Okay, group. Covey means a group of birds, a group of quails. Okay, so what did they do? They were quails were there here and there on the trees, and when he tried to kill them, Who tried to kill them? Scat's father. Okay, when he tried to kill them, so the other birds just flew away on the tree. They climbed the trees, they lit up on the trees, most of them were scattered. Then he discovered that there were so many birds, quails over there, and finally he was able to kill only 2 birds. Okay, he missed 5 of them. He missed 5 of them because they flew away, and father was quite happy because there were so many quails near their house, so that he can hunt them any other day. Okay. At the house, they said the boy had refused to let anyone come into the room. You can't come, he said. You mustn't get what I have. Okay, so when Scat's father, he returned home because he had to take care of his son. Okay, Scats, and he had already given him a given that dog a good nice walk. So when he came to home, he came to know from the other people in the house that Scats had not let anyone come into his room, and he had been saying that you all stay out, you don't have to come in, otherwise you might also catch the fever, or you will also get infected by influenza. So this shows that boy was so bothering about his family, and he was like a responsible kind of boy. He did not want anyone else to go through the same problem that he was suffering, and right now he wants to stay alone or stay isolated. Moreover, he was showing courage by staying alone, and he was responsible that no one should get infected. I went up to him and found him in exactly the position I had left him, white faced, but with the tops of his cheeks flushed by the fever, staring still as he had stared at the foot of the bed. Okay, so when father came to know that Scats had not allowed anyone to come inside, so he quickly went into his room and saw that child was in the same position as he had left him some time back. He was again staring. Okay, staring. What is meant by staring? Stare. Stare means to look constantly. Stare means to look fixedly or constantly. Okay, so he was again staring the foot of the bed. Okay, so the father was little worried to see this behavior of that boy. I took his temperature. Who is I here? Scat's father is I. Okay, I took his temperature. What is it? Something like 100, I said. It was 102 and 4/10. It was 102, he said. Who is he here? He is Scat. Who said so? The doctor. Your temperature is all right, I said. It's nothing to worry about. Okay, so here Scat's father took his temperature, and that child asked how much fever he had. So father told him that it was not much and it was around 100. Okay, it was around 100. So the child said that no, in the morning I had heard the doctor saying that some 102-degree fever is there. But then the father convinced him by saying that nothing to worry. Okay, your temperature is normal. I don't worry, he said, but I can't keep from thinking. Don't think, I said, just take it easy. I am taking it easy, he said, and looked straight ahead. He was evidently holding tight onto himself about something. Take this with water. Do you think it will do any good? Of course it will. Okay, so what happens? His father convinced him by saying that nothing to worry, everything would be all right, and to take it easy. Okay, but still the boy was not feeling comfortable. He was looking straight. He was holding his body tightly. He was really worried and nervous about something. Father could not understand this behavior. He quickly took out 3 medicines and gave the next dose to the child. So again, what happens? I sat down and opened the pirate book and commenced to read, but I could see he was not following. So I stopped. So, what did the father do? Again, father sat down to read the storybook, but he found that the child was not listening to him. Okay, so he commenced to read. Okay, started to read. He started to read. Commenced means to start. Okay, commenced means started. So he started reading storybook, but he found that the Scats was not listening him. He asked some question. About what time do you think I am going to die? He asked. What? About how long will it be before I die? You aren't going to die. What's the matter with you? Oh, yes, I am. I heard him say 102. People don't die with a fever of 102. That's a silly way to talk. I know they do. At school in France, the boys told me, you don't live 44 degrees. I have got 102. So, what did the child ask? Just then the child asked father, Father, when I am going to die? Father was very surprised and amazed. No, you are not going to die if you have 102-degree fever. So he says that if you are having 102-degree fever, you are not going to die. This is very silly talk. Okay, so the child said that no, I know we die if we have 102. When I was in France, some of the boys told that no one will survive above 44 degrees. Okay, above 44 degrees and have crossed 44 and reached 102 degrees. So it is quite high fever. So just tell me that when I am going to die. Okay. He had been waiting to die all day ever since 9 o'clock in the morning. So now father realized that, oh God, this child was tensed since morning, that is since 9 o'clock, about the time that he would die. So then the father realized that this boy was holding his body tightly and looking constantly at the foot of the bed because he was worried that he had such high fever and he could die at any moment. Father was so sorry that he didn't know that the child was going through this problem. You poor Scats, I said, poor old Scats, it's like miles and kilometers. You aren't going to die. That's a different thermometer. On that thermometer, 37 is normal. On this kind, it's 98. Are you sure? Absolutely, I said. It's like miles and kilometers. You know, like how many kilometers we make when we do 70 miles in the car? Oh, he said. Okay. So then the father explained that there are different units of measurement. Like when we are measuring kilometers, we can even say the distance in miles as well as kilometers. There is difference between two. Okay, both will give different values. So similarly, there are two kinds of thermometers. What is thermometer? It is an instrument used to measure the temperature. Okay, so one thermometer, it is in Celsius, other is Fahrenheit. Okay, Fahrenheit and Celsius, and the temperature in the two show us differently. You know, the one is the normal body, in the one the normal body temperature is 37 degree and in the other the temperature is 98 degree, like that. Then the child realized his mistake, that he had little knowledge, and always, you know, little knowledge is very dangerous. If we come to know about anything, we should go into its depth and find out all the information about it. So here Scats was having little knowledge, so because of that he didn't sleep all day, he was worried, he had not rested, so he had tension that when he is going to die. So in this way, the little knowledge can always create problem. Okay, so if you don't have proper knowledge, you should ask and clear it out. Okay, so when Scats realized this, he felt miserable and he felt relaxed. But his gaze at the foot of the bed relaxed slowly. The hold over himself relaxed too. Finally, and the next day it was very slack and he cried very easily at little things that were of no importance. So what happens? After Scats realized his mistake, that there is difference between temperature in two thermometers. He was relaxed, his gaze was also relaxed, he was staring constantly at the foot of the bed. So that stare is called gaze. Okay, gaze. So his gaze was also relaxed, his hold over the body also relaxed. Next day his body was slack. Slack means what? Loose. Okay, slack means loose. Now earlier he used to hold his body tightly, right? So now his body was loose. Okay, then he cried very easily at little things that were of no importance. You know, when we get sick, we become emotional, and without any reason, we cry for silly things, right? To get care and love of our parents. So, that is what the next day followed. So, this was the story about the boy's cats who was having such illness. So, I hope you all have enjoyed it. Thank you.